Pause this screen to completely read this disclaimer before proceeding with the rest of the video. Welcome.
Because there is a huge wealth gap. One, it costs high capital. There's also a lack of access, and the process is extremely slow. Well, with the introduction of blockchain technology, which I discovered back in 2017, I learned that blockchain technology is one of the greatest inventions in mankind's history. It is going to disrupt every single industry on the planet today. At some point in the very near future, the world will not be able to turn without the blockchain. Just like right now, you guys freak out if you lose Wi Fi and internet access for more than 24 hours, some households 5 minutes. But one of the industries that is being exposed to this is the real estate industry through something called tokenization. You see, tokenization is the process of converting real estate assets into digital tokens, enhancing accessibility, meaning more people have access to it, and liquidity, more transparent transactions, better liquidity of real estate, and an opportunity for everybody. Now, why does tokenization even matter? Well, tokenization opens up access to the real estate investments. And right now, the tokenized real estate industry is only $20 billion. It's projected in the next 4 years, it's going to be a $16 trillion industry. And I'm sure you guys all know who Donald Trump is and his sons. Do you think they know a little bit about something about real estate? Well, they have a pre-construction going on right now in the Maldives. They're building a hotel. And they figured out, you know what? Let's tokenize this property. And they're already knee deep or neck deep in tokenization. Let me play a short video clip for you. Take a look at this.
When Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, says something is the future, you pay attention. He manages $10 trillion. That is half the GDP of China. And he isn't talking about Bitcoin. He is talking about tokenization. Let us explain. Right now, the financial system is running on code written in the 1970s. When you buy a stock, it takes 2 days to actually settle. The market closes at 4 p.m. And if you want to sell a building, good luck. That takes months. Think of it like the post office. Before the internet, if you wanted to send a message, you wrote a letter, bought a stamp, and waited 3 days. Tokenization is the email moment for finance. It puts stocks, bonds, even real estate on a blockchain. Suddenly, that 3-day wait becomes 3 seconds.
Suddenly, that 3-day wait becomes 3 seconds. Tokenization is completely revolutionizing the entire world, not just real estate. But I want to introduce to you how EA is taking advantage of this technology to revolutionize the real estate market by combining cutting edge technology with accessible funding opportunities for everybody. Take a look at this video here.
The future of real estate investment starts here. The real estate market is long overdue for change. High entry costs, low liquidity, bureaucracy, and hidden fees have made traditional property investment complex and inaccessible. eEstate is redefining the industry. Through EST, Estate Token, we enable seamless property ownership, investment, and income generation. Real assets are tokenized on the Binance Smart Chain, ensuring full transparency, security, and a stable source of income. Every asset undergoes AI-driven analysis, legal verification, and expert evaluation, guaranteeing capital protection. eEstate is not just a platform, it's the new standard in real estate investment. Benefits for buyers. Imagine having the flexibility to invest in real estate while earning consistent returns without the hassle of traditional ownership. With EST tokens, this vision is now a reality. For as little as $117, you can enter the digital real estate market and enjoy legally backed property ownership, blockchain secured transactions for full transparency, lifetime passive income from rental profits, global access without geographic restrictions. Estate Token, a new era of real estate.
A new era of real estate. Now, let me help you to understand something here. One, you are not actually purchasing and owning real estate. You are actually purchasing a token called EST. This token is not a speculative token that goes up and down in value. This is not a tradable token. This is not a token that you just sell later on. This token is a smart contract, and that smart contract represents the amount of EST fractionalized asset that you've acquired of a real property that has been tokenized where you can share in the revenue that that property generates. EST is a digital bridge between real estate and blockchain infrastructure. Now, I want you to think of this marriage. Think of like short-term rental. There's a company called Eli Property Company that's run by Mike Hamilton. This is a property management company. So if you know anything about short-term rentals, Airbnb, Verbos, this is the company that helps manage those type of properties, and they take care of all of the management side, and they match the property owners with individuals like us that wants to be able to help to provide the liquidity and the upfront payment phase for that property, and we get to share in the revenue that that property generates. And then there's a marriage with a gentleman by the name Brandon Stevenson, who has put together something called the ARDR, Association of Real Digital Realtors. And together they created the platform of eState that can match the buyers and those who want to become potential agents with these properties. And we're talking about real properties, real verified real estate assets that are insured, that are tokenized, audited, LEI verified, and community focused. Want to go over all compliance and verification standards with the FATF, the AML, and the LEI. And when I stated real world properties, for example, we have property in Phoenix, a commercial property with long standing retail tenants. That's important. If you have property that's not generating revenue, then nobody makes any money. Here's an example of what Mr. Mike Hamilton in the Miami high rise in Brickell. Take a look at this.
All right, step inside. I'm about to show you one of the most impressive units in all of Miami. This is the 39th floor of Icon Brickell, the residential side of the W Hotel. And yes, it's as luxurious as it looks. 2 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms, high ceilings, open layout, floor-to-ceiling windows with jaw-dropping views of both the bay and the skyline. Most people pay millions for this kind of lifestyle, but with eState, you don't need millions. You can invest any amount that fits your budget. Want to buy the entire unit? Go ahead. Prefer to own a small share? That works too. Either way, you'll earn just like everyone else based on your share, same system, same income model, total flexibility. This apartment is fully furnished, newly renovated, and ready for business. It's designed exclusively for short-term rental, like Airbnb or Booking. That means daily income, starting from day one. King-size beds, room for 4, and this is what you wake up to every morning. It's not just real estate, it's a lifestyle asset that pays you back. Everything here is optimized for comfort and cash flow. And the best part? You don't manage anything. We do it all for you. You just buy EST tokens, and you start earning legally, transparently, worldwide. This is not a concept. It's happening right now. This is eState, the new way to own real estate.
A new way to own real estate, but a different way because you don't actually own the property. You have the right to share in the revenue that that property is generating. So you get all the benefits without all the hassles. There are 3 things that I say 2026 and beyond where the river of money is flowing. That's going to be in stable coins, AI, and tokenization. And ESA is taking advantage of all 3. Now, how do we earn funds? Let me tell you about our income model. What this is not. eState is not selling any packages. It is not selling any investment plans. It is not in a way where you're selling a token that you're hoping that one day it goes up in value and that's how you make money. This is not taking new people's money and paying early people who got in first. The revenue that's being generated comes from the property itself having tenants that's paying to use that property every single month. So that means, how would you like to be able to earn passive income without having to recruit anybody and without having to sell a product, good, or service? Passive income, whether you get out of bed or not, for the lifetime of people paying for the property. The phase one income model is for 18 months, where you'll be earning anywhere between 6 to 20% based on how many of the EST tokens you have representing a certain property. Different properties have different range. There is absolutely no guarantee on exactly what and how much you're going to earn on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. Nobody can guarantee anything. Markets change and fluctuate. But for the first 18 months, you're earning higher than you normally would in normal income instances. Why? Because you move to phase two after 18 months. Phase two, you're earning 10% per life, so which means you earn 5% twice a year. No matter what you do not use money that you cannot afford to lose. Okay? That's first. The second is, how long is it going to take you to make your money back? You should know what that is. And that's your goal. Make your money back. I can't guarantee what anything is going to happen in the future, but at least if you've done that and you've broken even, and everything after that is a profit for you. Then you move to phase two. Now, again, that's the life of the property. What does that mean? Well, that means that eventually you can will your EST tokens down to whoever you want. What if they decide to sell the property in a couple of years? Well, then they will turn around and buy back the EST tokens that you used to acquire those assets. So not only do you get that money back, but you also get to keep the profits that you made in the process. Now, here's my sweet spot property that I like to talk about. This is the villa in Los Angeles. The minimum amount is $3,120. That's the minimum. Now, why I like this is because the average return is somewhere close to $400 a month. It could be more, it could be less. So if you want to say, I want to just test this out just to see if it can work, there's no cost in signing up. You sign up for free, select the property, and start with $10 and see what it does for you. You're definitely not getting rich off of that, but at least you can see how the process works. And then we have an agent opportunity. Think of real estate agents. Real estate agents that are out there showcasing different properties, and they're earning commissions for doing so. What if you say you know people who would love to also have passive income, and you sign up to be an agent? And as an agent, you can connect buyers to the different tokenized properties that eState has under management. Right now, it's 13 with up more than $100 million worth of property under management. So you can connect a buyer, and you will be rewarded for that connection. The reward is anywhere between 5 to 5.6%, which is the same in the traditional real estate market. Same about number. Or you might say, well, I know people who would love to become an agent as well. And you can build not just a local agent business, but a global agent business, because this is the great thing about blockchain. There are no borders. And getting started today is simple. You want to get back to the person who invited you. You want to let them know whether you're in or out. It's simple. Sign-up process is free. To be an agent is either $9 a month or $90 for the year. Started, you get back to the person who invited you. You're going to get their link, create an account, select your property, and you're going to get going. Now, I believe that documentation beats conversation. Have you ever heard of Grant Cardone? Grant Cardone has a $5 billion real estate portfolio. And guess what he's doing? He only recently started to warm up to the idea of blockchain and crypto and Bitcoin. Now he plans to tokenize his firm's $5 billion real estate portfolio. Have you heard of Barry Sternlight? He manages a $125 billion real estate portfolio. Well, guess what? He's looking to tokenize it as well.